Alright, what's up guys? I just wanted to pretty much do a whole overview on what I'm putting on the car. This is pretty much all the stuff here. I'm gonna be pretty much going through what exactly it is I'm throwing on and why I'm putting the mods on. As far as that pretty much goes, my end goal is to make 350 wheel horse or 330, anywhere from 330 to 350 wheel horse on the 2.0 that I had in my car. It's a USDM 2.0, so it's an EJ205, non-AVCS. So I've heard of people pretty much running those engines after pushing 350 horse. So realistically, I want to get around 330, 350. I know 350 is really pushing it, but yeah, I'm just gonna send it. I mean, if I have more money for a block, then I'll probably definitely send it to 350. But the most I really want to push out of the turbo is like anywhere from 19 to 21 pounds, which I think will probably get me around 320, 350 realistically. So, because I know that turbo is capable of at least pushing 28 pounds. So, anywhere within that ballpark from like 19 to 21, I think I'll just be set at that. So, all right, let's get this whole thing started. All right, so here I have the Cosworth fuel rails. It's kind of a long story behind these. I had ordered some brand new and I had gotten them from Rally Sport, and I got them for $240, I want to say $250 after like tax and shipping, and I saw that they're reselling them for $140, and I was like, all right, well, there's something up with that. I was like, I'm gonna return them and order another set so I get the other set for $140. So I had returned the set of fuel rails, and pretty much when they received it, they pretty much refunded me whatever, and I was waiting for them to ship the other ones, and I ended up asking him why they hadn't shipped them out yet. It had been almost like a week or two since I had ordered them, and I messaged him, I contacted customer service or whatnot, and they told me that Cosworth actually doesn't sell to the public anymore. They told me that they pretty much they didn't go out of business or so, but they just stopped making products for the public to sell. And these fuel rails are one of those that they stopped making, so I wasn't able to get the other one for $140. So I ended up finding these pretty much quote-unquote used or open box from who were they? Flatirons Tuning, actually, yeah. And I got really lucky because this was the last set that they had, and it was the only set as far as like any Cosworth fuel rails go. So here they are. Obviously they don't look like the ones that I had posted at first, because the ones that I had posted were actually brand new, and since these were open box, the guy that had them pretty much opened them up. So here they are. They are really, really nice fuel rails. Like, I am not gonna lie, like just seeing these is like, whoa, so freaking nice. I mean, they're really expensive though. I still got them for like $220, so definitely really expensive fuel rails. I'm probably not gonna be able to put this back in the box, so I'll just leave that at that right there. Come on. All right, let's get this out of the way. All right, so this box right here, this comes inside of this Tomei box, because I had opened this already before to pretty much post pictures of it on my Instagram. So pretty much when you buy Tomei headers, they come with an up pipe. So this is the up pipe that comes with the Tomei equal length headers. It's a 3 bolt. So I just ended up taking it out because I wasn't able to repackage it in there neatly. I don't know how the hell they did it. They are very good with Tetris, because I could not figure out how to put it back in to make it all fit. So yeah, so that's what this white box is here. And this right here is the IAG pitch stop mount for the aero separators. So I had literally ordered this probably a week or two after I tried installing it, or I tried to see like if it would fit my car in the little corner, because GCs on their AC system, they actually have a little canister. It's like the AC dryer or receiver or whatever. So it's on like the corner. So like you're looking at the engine bay. So you have the engine right here, the intercooler, and then right here on the side, you mainly have like the ABS right here on this side of the car. And then as you're like going up, you have your boost control solenoid, and then in the back by where like the strut tower is at, you have an AC dryer or receiver. So that pretty much keeps your system pretty much dry from any humidity or whatnot. So that's where that goes. And I tried fitting the aero separator. I tried fitting it in that corner and it does not fit. So I'm gonna have to locate it right where my pitch stop mount's at. And since I'm front mount, it's not really gonna matter. It's gonna fit because I'm not gonna have that intercooler in the way. So yeah, so that's what that is right there. Have a TIAL 50 mil. It's the Q blow off valve. Be very careful when buying these. If you do buy them used or you buy them off of the secondhand market, I guess I had bought some that I thought were real, and when I had sold them, they were apparently replicas. So just be very careful. This one is real. The way you can tell from something that's real or not, they have the 3 dots in the bottom. That's probably like the best way to tell. And this one has kind of like a really like crown shape to it. You see that there? So you have that little angle right there pretty much, and it looks like a crown. So just be very careful when you guys are buying these, because the real ones look real obviously, and the replicas look pretty damn real too. They look pretty damn legit. So be very careful with these. I bought this one used. Yeah, so if you're balling on a budget, just make sure, very careful, look at the serials. You can actually email TIAL and see if this is actually like a legit tire or not. Not sure what their response rate is, but I ended up getting like a new top hat from them for my wastegate. So I mean, they're pretty solid as far as customer service goes, but yeah, just make sure you guys are careful when you guys are actually buying these. So right under it, I have the ID 1000s, 1000cc injectors. They came with the pigtails and everything, so gonna be throwing these on because I need the right fueling pretty much to be able to push the turbo that's right here. So yeah, so I have ID 1000s. Then I have a TIAL 44 mil wastegate. This one's real too. I got off of a buddy of mine. I wasn't sure if it was legit or not, because it didn't really have any markings that would actually let me know if it was real or not, but it was real. I didn't want to give him slack for it. I mean, he did give it to me for pretty cheap. So the top hat though, this little top cover piece right here, it was kind of like bent right here at this vacuum port. It was really bent. Not sure what it got smashed in between, but I contacted TIAL and I let them, like, I pretty much asked them to see how much it was to get a new top hat. So they actually sent me this one for free, and yeah, I mean, pretty good customer service. Like, I didn't even have to pay for shipping or anything. I thought I was gonna have to pay for shipping or something, but they were just like, yo, like, we'll send you another one. It was like had blemishes or whatever, and they're like, we'll just send it to you for free. So yeah, so +1 on their customer support there. So yeah, and I'm rebuilding it right now because when I took off the top hat, the diaphragm had a little it was kind of like pretty much pinched on one of the sides. So I got another diaphragm from him for like, I think it was like 45 bucks. So yeah, and here I have the braided fuel lines, because where I put them, oh, they were there. So these Cosworth fuel rails actually work off of -6 and fittings, so I ended up getting braided fuel lines with -6 fittings as well. So I mean, they do come with the fittings, but I just wanted to order some just in case. So I got the braided fuel lines with the fittings in there. Moving on, we have the Grimmspeed 44 mil up pipe. So this thing is going to be really, really loud. I wanted to go external wastegate because I just love the way it sounds, just like the whooshing feeling that you hear, like the whooshing sound that you hear from it just sounds so good. So I really want to go external wastegate for that reason. So I actually got this and the headers together. I got them for pretty cheap, so definitely bought on a budget. They're brand new. It looks like I have a lot of money or whatever buying all these parts, but literally just search around and you end up finding stuff for pretty cheap. So yeah, so Grimmspeed 44 mil up pipe are right there. And here we have JDM TGV deletes. I got these off of a buddy of mine as well. So these don't have the sensors on the side or whatever. So yeah, got these off of my friend. I'm probably gonna end up deleting this little section right here, pretty much grind it off and polish it. So yeah, because this could actually obstruct airflow. So I am gonna cut these off and pretty much Dremel out and polish it. So yeah, so these are top feed as well. Same thing with the injectors that I have. So all right, and then here I have my AEM wideband for AFR readings. Just gotta make sure your car runs good. Make sure you don't lean out or run rich, so that way you got the most performance out of your car. So, and here we have the Cobb EBCS. So I'm going electronic boost controller. It's just honestly the best way to go to control your boost. Like there's no doubt about it. So got EBCS on here. It's a 3-port. So yeah, so I'm gonna be running this when I get my car tuned or whatnot and throw everything together. So, and here we have my FP71 HGA. The reason why this one looks really different from a 71 HGA is because I have the 84 mil cold side, so 84 millimeter inlet with the anti-surge ports. So this is a really nice turbo. Still can't believe I got it for stupid cheap. It's brand new, it's never been used, was never ran, there's never oil run through it or nothing. So it's a really nice turbo. And then for people that buy new turbos will always have side-to-side shaft play. The reason for that being is because oil hasn't been ran through it, so there's pretty much like gaps that this thing can like pretty much run through. So like those gaps are what you feel for side-to-side shaft play, but there definitely should not be any in and out shaft play. If there's in and outer shaft play, that is not good. But if there's side to side, that's normal until you actually get oil ran through it. So just a heads up for you guys in case you guys are trying to buy a turbo, you guys are buying a new one used or something and it seems to have shaft play side to side, that's normal. Just make sure it's not like extreme, because this one right here, like it's not too bad. Once you get oil ran through there, it'll be perfectly fine. There's not gonna be any more shaft play like that. So no inner and outer, side to side is okay. So yeah, and here, this is not really for performance, but I have some JDM fog lights. Got these from this guy named Orlando. I got these in my strut bar for pretty cheap, so shout out to that guy. He's on the GC8 page on Facebook. Really cool guy, really chill. He will definitely hook it up on stuff. He's always selling stuff, so hit him up if you want some JDM parts. I do believe he's in Jordan, but all the stuff he has over there is JDM. Like it's really cool, legit stuff. So yeah. And last thing here, actually not the last thing, second to last thing, we have this right here. Like I said, this isn't really a performance upgrade per se, but it's something that I really love and cherish. Like I can't believe I have this. It is a Pro Drive vent scoop. So I got this, I want to say maybe 2 years ago or a year and a half ago when I had a yellow GC8 before, so, or Gm6. I had a yellow 2.5 RS coupe. That one's NA, was never swapped, and I didn't bind this for it, and I threw it on for maybe, I don't know, 2 months, and then I ended up taking it off. So yeah, really cool thing to have for sure. I just love rare parts. Like you never really see stuff like that every day, especially in the US. Definitely don't see that every day in the US. And then last but not least, we have the IAG air oil separator. So I got this one for really cheap too. This one I got used. I got it from some guy over in Colorado Springs. He was a really cool dude. He was selling like a verticooler for I think it was like an 09 WRX that he had this on, or like a 2010. So I'm hoping that the lines fit. If not, I'm just gonna buy some new lines. I think the coolant ones are going to fit. Yeah, it's a really good one right there, because I think they might be a little short since I'm going to be running it on the actual firewall. I guess I will find out if I need to order some new hoses or not, but yeah, I ended up getting this from some guy in the Springs. This is kind of like one of those things that you should definitely do to your Subaru, because if you do not separate your oil and your air or get like some type of catch can, you will be getting a lot of blow by, and you do not want blow by, because pretty much what happens is like you have PCV, so you have crankcase ventilation systems on your car for emissions and whatnot. Pretty much what happens is that you have the intake manifold, right, and you have the throttle body in the middle. So you have crank pressures coming from the heads, so both sides. So pretty much you have lines that go from like the PCV from the heads into like the actual turbo inlet, and that pretty much that pressure or that air is rerouted back into your engine. And the thing about those like crank pressures coming up into the inlet is that those pressures ain't filtered, so they're gonna have some type of oil or residue. So it's gonna go back into your inlet, and from your inlet it's gonna go into your actual your manifold. It's gonna go into your turbo and your manifold, so you're gonna get some oil in your intercooler. Like you'll start creating a film pretty much. So you'll start getting a film of oil, and pretty much you start losing power just because you're not getting just complete air. Like you're starting to get some oil that's starting to pretty much clog up the system. So this definitely prevents that. I would definitely suggest an aero separator. I've heard of people using catch cans, but everybody swears by aero separators, so that's why I ended up getting one. My buddy with the rotated GDST, I ended up getting one, so he's been running it for 2 years, hasn't had any issues. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as all the mods go for the car. I do have a big port, a 2.5i NA manifold is the one that has like a really huge plenum. I have it in the garage though, so I don't know if I'm going to be throwing that on yet, or if I'm going to wait until I pretty much get a stage 3 turbo tough block, fully forged, closed deck or whatnot to throw it on. So I'll end up seeing, but for the most part, this is pretty much it. So hopefully it'll be a really fun car. I mean, it has to be. With this freaking turbo, it has to be a fun car, because I had a 68 HTA on my hybrid before I went out. So I don't see why it wouldn't be fun. So yeah. Alright, so that pretty much sums up all the stuff I'm going to be throwing onto the car. I'm going to be trying to record everything that I'm throwing on there to the best of my ability. I'll see if my buddy that I'm moving with can possibly help me out, but as far as angles go and stuff, I'm going to try my best to actually get the really good angles of everything that's going on. So I'm not going to really be editing that stuff that goes on. I'm going to try to make it as raw as possible, like I said. If I do struggle putting any of this on, I'm going to make sure that I leave it, so that way you guys know, like, hey, these might be the points where you might struggle at. This is how it pretty much goes, because people will try to make things look really easy, and it's understandable. You want to make your footage look clean, as clean as possible, you know, like just straight through. But if I do have any issues putting any of this stuff on, I will definitely leave it in the video so you guys are very well aware of what goes on, and I'll be pretty much explaining after everything too, like be explaining why it's so hard to do some of the things, so like right before like the actual videos get started. So I think the hardest installs from here, I would say, would probably be the headers with the up pipe and the external wastegate, because there's just such limited space in the actual like subframe, like where the crossmember is at. There's such limited space to get that up pipe out. If it's the stock one, it's really hard to get it out. So that's probably what I'm going to be struggling with. And the reason why I say the 44mm wastegate is because it has ports, so I don't know which way I'm going to have to like rotate the top cover to actually be able to run a vacuum line without it hitting anything. So that's probably going to be the most difficult part of the actual install. I used to be scared of actually doing the fuel rails and injectors because they would always leak, but I mean, I think I'm pretty solid with putting them on now. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Follow me on Instagram if you guys haven't, at Gm6 Loops, and please like and subscribe if you want to. I'm just going to be doing my build pretty much as far as my Gm6 goes. Might be doing live vlogging content. If I do something fun, I'll be vlogging it. I go ATV riding with my homies sometimes, so if we do go ATV riding, I might end up vlogging that stuff. I just think it looks so cool. It's so surreal just to go on an ATV and just go hit some trails and whatnot. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.